Okay, this is my comedy act called A Nose for Comedy and Religion. I was born for comedy. I mean, just look at this face. I was considering calling my show The Nose. It's my most outstanding feature. There is no other like it. No denying it, so I may as well flaunt it. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, live, all the way from down the road, the one and only Mr. Nose. It's the nose, just the nose. All right, thank you. Because a wine connoisseur is not the only one who needs a good nose. You also need to be born with a nose for comedy. And that I have. I was born for this. Like I was born tall. It's obvious. Being tall is great. Until I need to shave in the bathroom, which seems to invariably have a mirror that is just a bit too low on the wall for me to quite see my face. I have to do the giraffe stance, trying to shave. And the light is usually either too bright or too dim. So shaving my face is like night driving with the oncoming traffic on brights. I come out of the bathroom looking like a patch quilt. Hey, what's up with your face? No, it's the new look. I do it for texture. You've heard of the Wolverine? I'm the parakeet. My new totem animal is the parrot. It's just perfect for a comedian like me, a chirpy chap, full of words and backchat, sometimes grey, sometimes colourful, never dull. Seeing the world from high above, observing the ways of humanity, cursing like a pirate, always winging it. I could go far with this. I always wanted to be a parrot, or any bird for that matter, able to travel long distances with the greatest of ease. I'm always amazed at how they can glide, floating like a feather, or a bunch of feathers, without a single flap of the wing, just soaring and gliding, making it look so easy, looking down on us all like the gods from the clouds, like angels or ascended masters. The world is but a plaything to them, a ball on a string being swung around and around by the sun at the center. What lucky birds! Free as a bird, they say, because that's how it must feel, to be able to fly like that. So what if you can't speak? There are no words to describe their experience. They just have to look at each other with that knowing look of like, I've seen it all, buddy. I know the bigger picture. And it goes without saying, because the way that can be described with words is not the way. Words only get in the way, but they are not the way. So, the bird has risen above even the need for speech. They just screech, like a gull at the beach, always just out of reach, like the absolute truth. Sometimes, in deep meditation, you feel as if you glimpse it for a fraction of a second. But then it slips away, like a dream that was there but fades as we awaken. For the bird, however, life is a permanent dream. all in color, everything revealed, but no words to describe it. Because dreams are mainly in pictures, and a picture is worth 1,000 words. So the bird, because he has seen so many pictures, has transcended the need for the word. For him, it's just absurd that we need to use the word. The bird is like, just see for yourself, man. The view says it all. What more can I say? And we are like, wow, bird. All I can say is word. If I could see what you could see, I would be enlightened too. So, I decided to start a new religion. Our totem animal symbol is the bird, like a hawk. And our Bible is Google Earth. I mean, you just open Google Earth, and there is the vision of the bird. All is revealed. The truth lies before you in every image of every piece of land that exists here on our earthy terrain, our mortal, heavier-than-air existence, shackled by the evil spell of that great devil, gravity. You say there's already a hawk religion. They call him Horus. Okay, we'll hijack that one and just usurp it for our own. The masses won't know a thing. That's what all new religions did in the past. They just took the already existing religion, spruced it up a bit, gave it a fresh coat of myth and legend, changed a few names, and bingo, Bob's your uncle, and Jesus is your Messiah. But we all know that those priests of the new religion of Jesus simply borrowed the old pagan religion, which the people were already devoted to, and wrapped it up in new garments. It's what I call old wine in new bottles. I mean, it's obvious. The pagans, bless their souls, were all sun worshippers. I mean, who wouldn't be? It grows our crops, keeps us warm. To us, it's God, man. So, the early new religion's elders came together, the desert dwellers, in a cave somewhere, and they said, we'll keep the sun, we'll just call him the sun. In that way, people will still worship the sun. It went from being the sun is God to the Son of God, a mere minor adjustment, hardly noticeable, and the pagans worshipped the mother goddess with her son, as in Isis and Horus the hawk, if you know your Egyptian mythology. So, we'll give position of son to Jesus, and we'll bring in Mother Mary, and ta-da, we have a new myth. People will love it. Same myth, actually, just new names. They won't suspect a thing. And that's how it went for a few hundred years. The new myth slowly overtook the old myth, telling the same story, that our God is the sun, but with different names. The problem, though, was that people adopted the new religion, but they were just doing their own thing, making their own pact with God, and building their own stairway to heaven, and the elders didn't like that. They wanted to be in charge and have dominion over the people. You couldn't just have everyone making their own way back to Godhead. They would realize that you can do it for yourself. And they wouldn't give us priests any respect. We would become insignificant and lose our power. So they decided to insert themselves into the myth for control and political power. That's what priests do. They reworded the religion so that you could only get to God, back to heaven, via an intermediary, an agent, like a travel agent. namely the priesthood. Which is absurd because we are worshipping the sun, remember? And the sun is there. It's everywhere, for everyone, all the time. You just turn and face the sun, and there you are, bathed in the merciful glance of your God, showered with warmth and light. And below your feet is Mother Earth. The Mother is everywhere, at all times, for everyone. So who actually needs an agent to connect us with our gods, our source, our highest power? No one. But no, the priests, who were the only ones who could read and write language, they inserted themselves into the myth as gatekeepers, using written words and language and word jugglery. Which is why, in our new religion of the bird, the hawk, we follow the way of the bird. Wordless, no speech required. The sun, moon, and earth speak for themselves. They are our gods, and we won't be sheep needing the good shepherd. We'll be birds of paradise, with the hawk as our totem. Horus would be proud. Though we won't reveal the old pagan name of the god to our flock of birds, not sheep, remember. They may notice that we're just borrowing some old myth and remixing it. Like a Madonna pop song that becomes a massive hit for her, but is actually an ABBA remix from a decade before. But if you're a youngster, you don't know that. You just think your idol is the one, the most creative. Every little thing that you say or do, wah wah, I'm so hung up on you. You know that 2005 song called Hung Up by Madonna, which was a massive worldwide hit for her. It's actually a remix of ABBA's less well-known 1979 song, Gimme Gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme a man after midnight. They use the same melody, almost identical. They just change the lyrics. And it's the same with religion. The new priests were often just politicians, disguised as priests. They take the old myths that the people know and love, and they rewrite them with new words and put themselves as the gatekeepers. So, my new bird religion is in good company. And we'll tell the people the truth. Our theology is the same as it always was. We worship the sun and the moon, sometimes, because the moon is sometimes there and sometimes not, and the earth. After all, the truth is funnier than fiction. So, whatever I tell you in the name of comedy is actually the truth, at least 80% of the time. It's the 80-20 principle. 80% truth, 20% poetic license. Just like religion. Or is it the other way around? 20% truth and 80% poetic license. Who knows? God knows. And with my God knows, I will be the perfect high priest for the new world religion of Horus the Hawk. But we will be 100% open about it.